Yeah, we're live. We're live. What is up, everybody out there? Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Sneakers Through Your Speakers podcast. We are your host, OT Dub, and my homie Seth from Fowler Customs.
What's
And
up, guys?
today we have a very special guest. You guys love to hate him. We love him. The real Ray Ray, aka the inverted Ray Allen. What is up, dude?
Not much, guys. How you doing today? Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Anytime. We'd love to have you.
Are you guys
I'm
out
gonna
there
hold you to
doing?
that. We're doing like 6 weeks in a row now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right. So today we want to talk about. We have two kind of huge topics we want to talk about. But the very first one was brought to my attention from another podcast I watched called The Sneak Diss, and basically they were saying how um, SneakerCon used to be about sneakers basically and going finding your girls and things like that. And nowadays, also you complained about this, Ray, is that kids just go there. It used to be about, having going finding the sneakers you want or showing off sneakers that nobody else has. And now it's just everybody's there with just Yeezys. Just a bunch of you just see a bunch of 12-year-olds walk around with Yeezys. And there's also just kids that show up there just to see shoe tubers. So how do you feel about that being one of those shoe tubers that kids come to see?
Well, I think the whole part about shoe tubers is great. Like, I think that's an awesome progression in the SneakerCon thing. I think the guys on those podcasts were just mad because it wasn't them that was being featured in it, like because they're more
That's how I feel
collectors, OG
sometimes.
heads.
Yeah.
Like, if they were sneaker YouTubers and all of a sudden the collectors started getting featured, they'd be doing the same complaining. Um, and there's still tons of sneakers and vendors and collectors that come to these events as well. So that hasn't been lost. There's just been something else added. And these kids watch us every day. So obviously they're going to want to come meet us. As for the footwear at the event, like I think that aspect of SneakerCon is amazing. The event as a whole is amazing. But so many kids with their 350s or their 1.0 all white ultra boosts
Yeah.
or whatever else their parents bought them with their money. It's there's not a lot of variety. Like what I
None. I
love
got.
seeing at SneakerCon is a dude with what the LeBron 11s or like some SB from 2003 or something like that. Like that's cool.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. And there's some people that do that, but lots of I'd say the 25 and over crowd have some pretty cool shoes on, and then the 18 and under crowd have like whatever released 2 weeks ago, then 18 to 25 somewhere in the middle there. I try and wear original stuff every SneakerCon. Like I've worn storm blue ones. If you guys watched my video yesterday, you'll know if I hit 3,000 likes on that video, I'm wearing some atrocious pair of shoes that I don't know why. It's hopefully we don't hit 3,000 likes on that video, but I like wearing different stuff to stand out because wearing the hype shoes means you're wearing exactly what everyone else is wearing, and that's no fun in my opinion.
Right. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
I've been to two sneaker cons, and seriously, all I saw was Yeezys and Human Racers and the Ultra Boost, like the OGs and the just all the hype ones. Just that's pretty much all I saw was just people wearing Yeezys and Ultra Boost and Human Racers. That was it. And then you saw those vendors with like the cases, the special cases of their special sneakers, which was dope too, because I think the vendors carry more of what's original and everything like that versus
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kids that, yeah, like the vendors carry what's original and the dope and the sneakers you never see or didn't even know exist, but the kids that
There's
go there.
Yeah, there's been some amazing tables at SneakerCon that I must have 400 pairs of only LeBrons and KDs for sale. And it was like all size 10 and a half, but it was like hundreds
Right.
you could think of and then some. Like it was those are the tables I want to see because like I don't need to see another pair of Yeezys. Guess what? I've seen those before.
Exactly. They're not even really. I mean, they're still limited, but since everyone has them, everyone rocks them because it's their most limited pair of sneakers. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
my favorite thing about SneakerCon is honestly seeing the customs. Like I know a lot of people hate on customs, but I mean that's where I started. That was how I got into the sneaker game in the first place. Was doing customs. So seeing other people's artwork on the things that they're wearing, it's the most original thing at the event, and I think they're really cool seeing different people's takes on different silhouettes and different colorways and things like that.
Yeah, actually, I thought
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
super sick. When I first went to SneakerCon, that was one of the first tables I came across, which is like a table of nothing but customized sneakers, and that was I never seen nothing like that. Plus, the artwork was amazing. Like that's super dope to see the customized sneakers. And you know, I actually there was a time when like when I was first, I'll say getting into sneakers. I went down to Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut, and I seen a kid with the what is it? What's the is it the Blink? It was the black Yeezys with the glow in the dark bottom and the
Oh
pink
yeah, yeah, yeah.
liner. I was like, oh snap, dude! I've never seen those in person before. You know what I mean? Now I don't think I could ever say that with a pair of 350 V2s. I'd be like, dude.
No way.
I see these things like water. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep. There are a lot of people out there who actually have all the V2s, and they just like they post pictures on their Instagram constantly about it. Not that I have a problem with it, but it's just something that I noticed, you know.
And you know me
They're
personally,
not
recently I
unobtainable.
found out.
Exactly, they're really not. I mean, the fact that Yeezy prices have dropped to around 400, 500 bucks after they release is, I mean, it's great.
Unheard of 2 years ago.
Exactly, that never would have happened.
Like,
how do you guys feel about
Yeezy's
that? By the way,
best case scenario, brand new.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about?
I think
Yeezys
it's great. Like
$100.
Yeah.
I do not care about the exclusivity of shoes. Like I could give a crap whether there's 10 pairs made or 500,000 pairs made. That's not going to influence my purchasing decision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to buy a pair of shoes that I think looks good. In fact, if I know a shoe is limited, that sort of takes away from the chance of me actually trying to get it. I'm like, oh, there's no point. Whereas if it's a massive GR, then like, yeah, I'm gonna get these.
Those Saturday
And some
morning
people,
L's, man,
I love the comments I get. I get comments on my channel of, dude, buy some nice sneakers. All you have is GRs.
What? Who says
I'm like,
that?
Dozens of kids how does the production number of a pair of shoes define how nice it is? Because guess what? If they produce 300,000 pairs or 3 pairs of the Pure Money 4,
yeah,
it's the same shoe.
You know, actually, you know what?
But it's not nice because it's a GR.
Sneaker YouTube used to making videos about sneakers used to be about making videos about sneakers that you wanted, that you was like super stoked to go and cop.
Yeah.
And now it's just about, yo, it's not hype, but I don't care. I don't want to see the vid.
Yep.
I remember.
No,
I remember I posted a video. Scoop was doing this thing where you post like your collection video on his channel or whatever, and I posted mine up, and then I see mad comments. Yo, these are only Vans. Where's the J's at? No J's. I'm like, dude, that's what I buy, man.
Yeah.
That's what I cop.
I mean, because a lot of people who say things like that usually are younger. If you look back to when we were younger, you know, when Pokemon cards were the thing. You know, everyone had, you know, all those common cards. No one gave a crap about them. Even if you liked, you know, the character or whatever more, it was just the exclusivity. And that's always going to be the case no matter what it is that you're collecting, unfortunately. But you can still appreciate the things on your own, you know?
Yeah. It's gotten crazy out there, man.
It really has.
But speaking of crazy, this is a topic that I'm sure will touch the H on a lot of viewers and a lot of shootubers we'll call. So let's let's get into that. So there's been a lot going on between viewers and content creators as far as clickbait goes. Even you, Ray, have been accused of posting clickbait titles for your videos.
I've been accused of being the worst clickbaiter in sneaker YouTube, which I don't understand how that's even a thing.
Wait, in sneaker YouTube as a whole?
Seriously, yes.
Okay, so you've been accused of some really hardcore stuff here.
I've been accused of being the worst clickbaiter in sneaker YouTube by tons of people. I'm going to try and keep my blood pressure low here.
I want you to.
I have caffeine in my system, which isn't good already, so I might go a little bit off the walls on this topic.
Take the floor and tell. Hold on, wait. Before we do that, Evan Bowden, shout out to you, Romper Gang. You know it, but take the floor. Take the floor. How do you feel about this whole situation?
I was gonna make bullet points on this, but then I ran out of time today. So you made a good point earlier of sneaker YouTube used to be about making videos of this unique pair of shoes, or like I bought a random pair of Reeboks and hey, let's make a review of this and title it Reebok Basquiat Exofit Plus High reviewing on foot. And then people would want to click on it because they're like, oh, that's a cool, unique pair of shoes. I want to see this, right? But it's shifted, and I don't know whether that's because younger people have hopped into the audience or because people's tastes have changed or whatever the case may be. But the fact of the matter is that the climate has shifted to where if I title that video the same thing and put the shoe in the thumbnail, no one watches it. So first off, that is forcing me as a creator whose full-time job it is to make these videos. It's forcing me to change the title somewhat, right? So you have told me as a viewer, you don't like to see that title and thumbnail. So you were telling me as a viewer, change that title and thumbnail to something else. So I changed the title and thumbnail to a shoebox, so you can't tell what the shoe is. And I say, these are the craziest pair of shoes I've bought this month, or whatever the title is. Or I can't believe I got these for $40 or something like that. And you're like, dude, why can't you just put the shoe in the thumbnail? But then I put the shoe in the thumbnail and you don't click on it. So the viewers have forced us to quote unquote clickbait. But I don't think it's clickbait. I think there's the literal definition of clickbait. Every single body of work, whether it be a billboard, a book, a news article on BuzzFeed. I use the term news very loosely for BuzzFeed.
A lot of people do.
But
I think we lost him.
it's all
Hold on, Ray.
of the
Hold on,
click on.
Ray, you
The
broke
thumbnail
up.
is what got you to click on it.
You broke up, Ray.
Yeah, we lost you for about
I'm good?
30 seconds there. Yeah,
You're good.
Did you get the BuzzFeed part?
we
Right
just
after, we got BuzzFeed right after that. Keep going.
Okay. So whatever piece of work it is on the internet, the title is clickbait, whether it's the most truthful title or not, because that's what made you click on the thing, right? So everything's clickbait, literally, if you want to take a very literal definition of it. But then past that, there's different levels. Like there's the not showing the shoe in the thumbnail. There's the using exclamation points, using all caps. I don't understand how all caps can even be considered clickbait. Like it's
every one of my videos.
I don't
is all
understand.
caps. That's, yeah, I don't get it.
Same.
I
It looks
you know
better.
what? Not to
It
cut
does.
you off, but I actually did a test, right? All videos prior, it was just like regular, you know, the first letter was capital, whatever. It was regular. And then I put out a video where everything was all caps, and that video got more views than all the videos prior to that. I don't know why making videos all caps changes.
It stands out more.
Yeah, like I guess that's what it is. I don't know. It's like you're yelling the title, like it's like click me. I don't know. But it really does change for whatever reason.
It looks more appealing. And that's one thing that I think us YouTubers don't understand. There's a disconnect and YouTubers where they don't understand our motives for doing things. Like, I know what you're going to click on. I can tell you before I make a video is going to get good views, or if this thumbnail is not going to get good views, whatever the case may be. And the thumbnail and title that's what makes the view count on a video. I can make the best video in the world, have a crappy thumbnail, crappy title, it gets 10,000 views.
Yep.
Great thumbnail, great title, 100,000 views. Like, it makes that much of a difference, right?
Right.
And
Yeah,
what
no,
I don't understand is clickbait, personally. Some people disagree. I had a video yesterday called The Dumbest Pair of Shoes, or The Dumbest Pair of Sneakers I've Ever Bought. Why? That's the title. And then in this vlog, I talked about the dumbest pair of shoes I've ever bought. Clickbait. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's probably because I didn't buy the shoes in the video. It's because I bought them 4 years ago and I was just talking about them. So
you was actually talking about the dumbest pair of sneakers you already bought? You had bought
for like 4 minutes of this video. Yeah, like half of the video was devoted to me talking about these ugly Kobe's. Like really ugly, and I don't know why I spent money on them. But apparently it's clickbait. I've had videos where I titled it every single Jordan was 50% off, and then I went to a sneaker boutique and every single Jordan there was 50% off, and people have called it clickbait. So butthurt about it. And whatever, if idiots want to call it clickbait, whatever. I can safely say that my title is the only. I love my viewers, and I say it in all my videos, so my viewers should know. I don't know how anyone that watches my videos can accuse me of trying to deceive them, because my viewers are the best people on earth. I owe them this laptop, the light behind me, my camera right here. Like, I don't have any of that if no one watches my videos. So for them to assume that I'm trying to deceive them, no. I want to make a title that does my work justice, because I'm proud of the video that I made. I want people to watch it. And there's become this new trend that some people do where it's a very boring title. Blake Linder is one good example. I have no problem with Blake Linder at all. So someone's going to say I'm hating on him or nothing. No, he's a cool kid. His dad's a really cool guy. I've met them many times at the sneaker cons, and our booths are generally beside each other. We end up talking to each other for a long time. Cool dude, but his titles are very boring. Like it's like $5,000 worth of new sneakerhead pickups.
Right.
Or I bought a Bape couch. Like it's just boring. I want to have more. I enjoy writing, and I know writing a 8-word title isn't really writing, but it's still, I want to make it as fun and as interesting as possible in those 8 words that I have for the title. I want to make it interesting, use cool words that make you want to click on the video.
Right.
And I think there's a huge difference between enticing someone to click into clicking, right? All my videos, the goal of the thumbnail and the title is I want to make you want to click on this video.
Right.
And I've justified that, and people have said, so you're admitting you clickbait? It's like, no, man. No,
So
I have this great video that I made.
I was going to say that I had talked to a couple other YouTubers, and they said, you know, when this whole thing, it wasn't even like as heavy and deep as it is now, but back when it was kind of like picking up its steam, they said they do a Casey Neistat, and basically they exaggerate the truth a little bit. Like I don't know, if let's say you step on an ant in a video, then you title the video, "Oh my God, the most disgusting, nastiest, biggest bug I've ever seen in my life." Something like that. You know what I mean? They like, it's the truth. Like you seen like a gross, nasty ant, but they exaggerate. It just made it a lot more hype than what it actually was.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's what kind of people, what I think is clickbait, like, not to call shots at anyone, but I always bring this up. I think clickbait years ago.
Sports sent me Yeezys.
Huh? Oh, no. What did you say? Adidas?
Sports sent me Yeezys.
Yes, that 100. That was 100,000, 1,000,000% clickbait.
Who did that video?
It was Kais. It was Kais and
like he's admitted it. Like he's not hiding or anything.
Kais
like,
and the other dude though. Mike. No, yeah, Mike. Sneak.
with the Climacools, but he put Yeezys in the thing.
Yeah, in the lockers. Not. I can't think of his name. The other kid, Mike. I can't think of his name.
Sneaker Life.
Mike the Compass. Yeah, Sneaker Life. There it goes. Yep. They had Yeezys in the Compass. It was like, yo, Champ Sports sent me Yeezys. And I was like, what? Click? But that is the epitome of clickbait. That is a pure on lie to get your viewers to click. I think that is 100% clickbait.
Totally. Yeah. But see, those are the ones that the viewers don't get pissed off at, though. I don't understand it. It's the honest titles that they get pissed off at.
I know. And one thing, honestly, for me, and this has always kind of been a weird thing for me whenever the clickbait conversation has come up, is me personally, it's like, YouTube is free, right?
It's free content.
Exactly. It's free. So I've never understood why clickbait was ever a problem. Yes, for maybe a second, you get fooled into clicking on a video. If you don't watch the video, click out of it. You don't have to watch the whole video. You know what I mean? And for ourselves, like making content, our goal is to get as many people
watch it.
Exactly. So my thing is because there is such backlash behind clickbait, I try to keep it, at least for me, on a minimum. Like
you have zero clickbait on your channel.
What's up?
I'd rather not.
You have zero clickbait on your channel.
I try to keep it that way, and I think sometimes my views suffer because of that. But I don't know. Plus, also, I think it's easier to clickbait on something, or easier to get called out on clickbait for something that's not just like, most of my videos are just straight sneaker reviews. So I just say, this is a sneaker, this is a review, and most of my views actually come from organic searches. So like, say I just put it. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to put out a review on the Air Jordan 31 Why Not PE, and most of the views, I mean, yes, a good amount will be from subs, but a lot of them are just going to be from people searching for that shoe. And so for me, it's not as big of a problem because I just don't do as many vlogs. And I have had, if you notice, if you go through my channel, if you look at the videos that I've done, my vlogs always have like significantly less views than my sneaker reviews because I title them what they are and not as many people click. So I
just want to be honest with your viewers, right? Yeah. I mean,
at the same time, I totally understand the appeal of naming
it's a double-edged sword. It's like you want views. You put in work, a lot of time, hours, and effort, and even money to record these videos and everything like that. So you want people to come see it. But then at the same time, you don't want to lie to your viewers and have your viewers come coming at you with a sword because they feel like they was lied to, or you made a clickbait title. Like as soon as you make a clickbait title, everything in that video that you did becomes automatically obsolete. All the work that you put into it goes away because they're upset. The first comment you're gonna get is, "This was clickbait. I'm clicking out. I'm unsubbing," or something like that.
Yeah,
all that hard work.
That's something that first I'll just, Seth, you say you title your videos honestly. I'd say I title my videos honestly too, as well.
You do too.
I'm
I
not
completely agree. No, 100%.
I just try and make it as not even embellished, but as fun or loud as possible, right? Exactly. But what I love today's video, if people were going to accuse any video of being clickbait on my channel, today's video would be clickbait. By the way, this is one of my favorite videos I've ever made.
Really?
I love this video. I think it turned out really good. It has a good message. It has nothing to do with sneakers, really. It's something I'm trying to do, like less sneaker content. But it's called "Don't You Dare!" ! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Then I'm holding like 5 pairs of Yeezys in the thumbnail.
I did just watch that video.
And that part of the video takes up literally 10 seconds of the video where I'm holding the Yeezys.
Right. I wonder
Person has called me out for clickbait or a misleading title.
How long has that video been up?
It's been up for around 2 hours.
Okay.
And nobody's complained?
0 people. Whereas 2 days ago, I had a video called "These Sneakers Sold Out Instantly, or Did They?" And I went to the mall assuming that a pair of sneakers had sold out instantly because they sold out instantly online in Canada.
Right.
Oh, so I was like, oh, I guess these didn't sell out. And it was completely addressed in the video.
Right.
That's clickbait. So I don't understand it. It's very, very confusing.
I think your videos, like, they walk a line. Like, every video that I've watched of yours, I've never, like, the title does represent what's in the video. Like, I wouldn't consider your videos clickbait, but I would say there must be something about the title that's getting people to think it is, or something. I don't know what that would be, because I mean, if you look at blatant clickbaiters, like, okay, so for example, a good friend of ours, Brandon, name brand, he makes great content, but one of the biggest problems for him is people thinking that it's clickbait. Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you think about that? Like,
okay, so name brand. I talked to name brand. He says he blatantly clickbaits. Like, he was like, "Yeah, I clickbait, like to get my views, whatever." He told me that, and he's kind of smart. He has a method behind how and why he clickbaits. Like, what he has a method behind what video he chooses to put up. Like, he does like what's the hottest search and everything like that. Like, he has a method for it. So. But at the same time, his content is absolutely nuts. Like, it's once you click it, I feel like his clickbait kind of goes with what his content is. Like, yo, cotton candy Yeezys and stuff like that. And like in the video, he's doing something crazy with yeah. I just feel like name brand and his content and his titles all go together for what his channel provides.
I agree, 100%.
I'm not sure if this is accurate, but I think a reason why I get ridiculed for it more because that, yes, my titles are enthusiastic or whatever, but they're not lies, right?
Exactly.
So what people could get mad about is, Brandon openly admits in his videos, yeah, this was completely clickbait. Kais, another guy that has similar titles, he'll say, yeah, I clickbait. I've clickbaited. Right? Whereas me, I honestly, genuinely do not think I clickbait, and I'm not apologetic about it, which I think pisses people off, that I stand by my viewpoint of this is not clickbait, and I will argue that this is not clickbait.
Right.
And I think that pisses people off, whereas other people are like, oh yeah, I clickbait.
One thing I've noticed in your videos is that you have like a huge troll contingent. I don't understand where they all come from. All the shooting trolls like gravitate to your videos. I don't get it.
Dude, they honestly just hate. They love to hate you. They love to hate you.
Yeah, I have an amazing group of viewers, and then I have a whole bunch of people that love to hate me. I think I'm probably one of the most opinionated people in the sneaker YouTube
I think we need
community,
more of those.
I guess.
I think if everybody's just agreeing with each other, it's just
that's what I'm saying.
Weird.
Like not even opinions about shoes, and I think that I lose, like, I'm still gaining subscribers net, although it looks like we just had a tiny little subscriber clear out, so I lost like 30 subscribers, whatever. I'm still gaining subscribers net, except I can see people unsubscribe because I'm talking about opinions and stuff that doesn't have to do with sneakers, And I think the sneaker community has become increasingly younger and younger and younger viewers.
Yeah.
Pulling out life advice that when you're 13, you don't have any world experience. You know what your parents told you and what your best friend told you. So if you get a challenged worldview, whether it be about college, which I talked about last week, or about how to persevere or how to pursue your dream job or coaching or basketball or whatever, once you get your worldview challenged at that age, you feel really pissed off and you're like, oh, this guy's an idiot. So I think that's one reason I get a lot of videos, because I do talk about stuff that's not sneakers. I will openly talk about politics or life choices or like
brave for that
stuff like that. There's been, see, that's one thing too. There's been YouTubers that have openly said, I don't like to talk about anything that's controversial. And that sort of pisses me off a little bit, because if you just want to, like, if your videos are solely like Seth, your videos are sneaker review, and then you do a sneaker shopping vlog, right?
Exactly. That's pretty much it.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to talk about, you know, ISIS or something.
Exactly.
But if you're doing a video that at least pretends to encompass your entire day, because we all know like vloggers do not film all day; they just make it seem like they filmed all day. And you choose not to talk about anything meaningful, I think you're sort of wasting the impact that you can possibly have. Because I enjoy talking about stuff that maybe you could shift someone's opinion, or even if they disagree with me, like who cares, right? What I don't understand is if people disagree with an opinion that I have and then say they hate me and they unsubscribe. It's like, dude, I get in arguments with my best friends about stuff we don't disagree with. I'm not going to hate them, whatever the case may be. I talk about stuff that's has nothing to do with sneakers. I think that's one reason that people get pissed off, is because, you know, if you're 13, all you want to see is the cool sneakers. And I also buy sneakers that aren't cool. I challenge people's belief of what a cool sneaker is as well. Like, random Reeboks that went on sale, and I'll be like, these are awesome. And in the title, the video title will be, these are fire. And then I'll call them fire in the video because that's what I think they are. And then people say it's clickbait because they don't agree with my synopsis of the shoe.
Right.
I mean, if it's cool to you, then that's really all that matters.
Right? Like, who's titling the video? I'm titling the video. So clearly the video is from my opinion.
But you know, I was thinking about it, right? You said every other YouTuber, they admit to their clickbait, and they're more people are accepted of their stuff now, and you won't do it because you feel like you genuinely don't clickbait, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we just meet in the middle and you just lie to everybody? Like, you know what, guys, I'm sorry, I clickbait. Even though you don't feel like you honestly do, just lie to everybody, say you clickbait, and then all your problems will go away. Boom. I'm like Dr. Philip in here. I don't think he's feeling the idea. He's still thinking about it. He's like stuck.
Tom, are you still with us? Are you still with the living? Well, so my thoughts on this are like I said before, clickbait, it doesn't make sense to me why it's such a big issue. Like I mean, I said this earlier and I'll say it again. Like it's a free website that we use. And yes, there are probably, you know, some morals or ethics or whatever you want to call it, internet code or whatever, that, I mean, yes, it's probably better not to clickbait because you'll get a more loyal following that way. But I don't think it's as big of a deal as everyone's making it out to be. And I think it really is one of those things when people have nothing better to say, that's what they say. And I think we did just lose Tom. Let me see if we can get it back.
Awesome.
Let's see.
It's crazy because like I never watched much YouTube.
You're back.
You good? I know what I said upset you, but you didn't have to leave the chat for it.
Not what I said, but yeah, I could admit to clickbait.
I think you should just go ahead, just make a video apologizing to all your subs. Be like, dude, I clickbait. All right, I'm sorry. I just want you guys to click my video. Yeah.
My thought is
I like keeping it.
Don't admit defeat, Tom. Don't admit defeat yet.
Come on, just do it. Whatever, just do it.
Nah, that's not for me. Like, if people want to unsubscribe, I guarantee you I could have significantly more subscribers if I just like pussyfooted around every single sensitive topic. I'm completely fine with that because the people that do watch my videos are a lot more supportive of it because they know I actually give my real opinion.
And I think that's important too, because if you look at a lot of the other YouTubers who are doing similar things to you, and you're one of the bigger ones too. I mean, you've got 170,000 subs, and there's probably what, like 4 or 5 other people in sneaker YouTube that have that many. And I think the difference between you and them is that their opinions are, okay, their opinions are just they're like kind of, sometimes it's fluff. A lot of their videos are fluff. You know what I mean? Like they'll talk about something that's relatively sneaker related, but then it'll be like, oh, there was this new like WWE championship that I was about or some shit like that. And I don't know. It's just, I prefer to watch people like yourself and like Casey Neistat who are substantive. You know what I mean? Like Casey's videos always have maybe like a couple minutes of him talking about something that's meaningful. And I think that's important. And I think there's a transition happening in sneaker YouTube, and we've all noticed it. Where it's gone from just sneaker reviews to a lot of vlogging. And I think when you do that, you get a lot more of the person's personality. And that's when people who were used to just seeing like a neutral, like this is the shoe, whatever, they're going to start getting personalities. And I think that's good for some people like yourself who are more opinionated, because people will latch onto that. But for other people who don't have as big a personality, they're going to start losing it, because I mean,
and you know who I blame for that? I blame YouTube for that, because YouTube changed their algorithms and everything to promote people that
I think we're losing it, Keon. We missed that whole thing you said.
You're losing me? Wow. Oh, gosh. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying I blame YouTube for that, because YouTube changed their algorithms to where they promote people more that put out constant content every day, no matter how good it is, how long the videos are, no matter, they don't look at your quality, they just look at your quantity. So when you just try to pump out constant quality, constant quantity, you lose out on quality. But I honestly blame YouTube, or I blame YouTube for turning shoe-tubers into vlog-tubers. Yeah,
See, I don't know if I agree with that one.
Why not?
Because like the YouTube algorithm, whatever, it might help your channel get noticed by new people.
Right.
But it's not going to affect your views from subscribers, because if they want to watch your content, they're going to find a way to watch your content, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Slow subscriber growth, I don't think was ever a motive for someone starting to vlog. I know for me personally, it got ridiculously, like, I hated the content I was making probably the last month and a half before I started vlogging. It was like, this is crap. It would take me an hour to make a video, like film and edit, because it was like just repetitive. It was, here's a shoe, da 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 da. It was boring.
Oh, so you wanted to switch it up, basically. You was tired of doing the same.
Boring. And like I said, I didn't want to be that guy that sneakers, like just shoes, right? Like I'd like to share my opinions about more meaningful things, and vlogging was a good outlet to do that.
Right.
When I watch YouTube videos, I like watching videos that have, everybody has their own different reasons. I like watching videos that have dope, like, I guess the word I'm looking for is cinematography, like Casey Neistat, how he does all his like switch ups and everything like that. That's super dope. And Alyssa Violet, I don't know if you guys know about her, but I stumbled across her for some reason or somehow. But even her cinematography is dope. Why you still smile, Seth?
I just saw someone's comment. I saw Ian Mitchell in the comments say, "Shout out to OT Dup for responding to me on Twitter and giving me lacing advice on my Jordan."
Where can I see the comments? I don't find this.
Yeah, wait, Tom, do you not have the live chat up?
Oh, dude, they've been talking in the. Yeah, you got to check it out. Make sure you mute the video so that
mute the video when you open up the tab. Yeah.
Well, I have headphones on anyway, so.
I just like watching dope cinematography videos.
Yeah. And you know what? I think there are channels like for example, Oh It's Teddy. Like he started doing his amalgamation of like vlog. Yeah, exactly. So I think his fan base knows exactly what they're getting. For people like yourself, Tom, and other channels that have started to transition, I think there's going to be that growing pain period where people are used to one thing and they either need to get used to the other thing, or they're just going to leave. And you're also at the same time going to be gaining more subscribers. And I think the growth will probably increase exponentially compared to what it was before, because there's something more for people to follow and be interested in. So I think.
Well, I can tell you. Well, continue. Finish your thought.
No, totally.
Okay, I can tell you 3 really cool statistics about since I started vlogging, because I'm huge into analytics. I'm a big stat nerd when it comes to that. So since I started vlogging, the amount of subscribers, new subscribers that subscribe to my channel per day has gone up, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like I used to get maybe 7,000 new people would subscribe to my channel a month. It's over 10,000. Well, not 10. It's right around 10,000, right?
That's awesome.
But the amount of people that are unsubscribing from my channel has gone up significantly.
Okay.
So you've gained
I don't know what
subscribers
this-
and you've also
Yeah.
lost subscribers.
So people are not liking what I'm posting. Some people, and they're choosing to leave, but more people are liking what I'm posting. So more people are actually coming to the channel. And it looks like my channel is growing slowly, but it's actually growing quicker than it ever has.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Peter Monona, I'd just like to address this weird comment. Tom is a good guy, but the clickbait
It's annoying, and
Annoying,
what
and
he
what
does
he
with
does.
the black screen pisses me off so much.
I don't know what I do with the black screen.
Oh, he might mean like when you do the like the, I guess, the blackout of the box or the shoe or whatever. Is that what you mean, Peter? If he's still in the chat.
See, for that, I don't think you can blame me for that, because
Everyone does that.
I can make a really good video about a pair of Jordan 1s.
Mhm.
If it's a 10-minute vlog and the Jordan 1s are 3 minutes of it, and then I go skydiving for the rest of the video. Crazy fun video. But if you don't like Jordan 1s and you see the Jordan 1 box, oh, Peter, if you're saying I extend the video with the black screen, that was done literally once out of all the YouTube videos I've ever done in my life. So maybe you should do that or check some more videos. And that was done by an accident. I left the music track on when I processed the video, and it ended up being like 11 minutes long instead of an 8-minute video because I left the music track on.
I've done that.
You didn't cut the music track.
So I didn't cut the music track, and I uploaded it, and I was on a plane, and I didn't realize it, and it was too late. I've done that
You uploaded
once.
on a plane? How did you do that?
I uploaded it right before I got on the plane, so I
Oh,
didn't
I
see the
see.
comments of people saying that there was, you know what I mean? Like I didn't see the people comment. But yeah, Peter, I've done that on one video in the history of my channel, so I don't know how you can hate me for that. I'm surprised you even remember that.
We've been talking about clickbait for like half an hour almost. So the final judgment is Ray does not clickbait. He exaggerates his titles. Is that
Are
how
you
feel?
gloves offing the judgment right now? Is that what you're doing?
I just want to get his
We've been
final.
accused of copying gloves off just because we started a podcast the same week that they did.
Oh yeah, we sure did.
That's been
People
one of
would say
our.
It wasn't. It happened organically. We swear. Like we was doing a live chat the Saturday before we started actually.
Exactly.
Yeezys, and so I think somebody commented, "Yo, you guys gonna do a podcast?" And it was like, "Yo, that's kind of a dope idea." We started talking about it, and then it kind of just happened that way. We're not copying gloves off, I swear. But shout out to Bull and Tony though.
Seriously, Gloves Off is like an awesome podcast,
Their
and it's
podcast
on
is
after
sick.
this, so check it out after us. And you know what? Let me just put this out there now to try and get more recognition for our podcast. If you're gonna watch Gloves Off, comment "sneakers through your speakers" something.
Oh my god,
they might be kind of ticked off about that, but
that would be so funny. But all right, wait, let's
Okay,
move on. Let's
back
move
to
on.
the show.
I want to get to the next part of the show. It's the "What do you think about?" where we bring up 3 sneakers, and we just talk about them. We look at pictures and we see what we think about them. You guys ready?
All right.
The first sneaker is the Air Max 90 and Off-White collaboration.
Yeah. not
Seth,
really.
can you bring up a picture of that? Do you know how to?
yeah, let me see if I can screen share it. I'm like, see, how do I find the screen share? Blah, blah. Here we go. I'm covering up the screen with my phone. Here we go, screen share.
Air
Okay,
Max
application
90.
window. Here we go, Off-White. There we go, perfect. Share. So here we go. So this is the Air Max 90. This is the let's pull up images. Hopefully no like porn or anything ridiculous comes out. These guys right here.
The Air Max 90, yeah.
Not a fan.
I love them. I
You
think
love
they're
'em?
dope. Yeah, I think they're dope. Compared to the trash bag shoes, I forget what those were called. The Vapor Maxes, those things.
Yep.
Compared to the Jordan 1s and the 3s, we didn't even like really see good pictures of the 3s. I don't know. I don't like any of those sneakers, but these Air Maxes, I think these Air Maxes are dope. The only thing I could do without, which is a little weird, is the tongue. It kind of looks like the inside of a couch, like they just like ripped out part of a couch. But aside from that, I think that's a dope collab.
Tom, what do you think about the text on the side of it? How do you feel about that?
That's like. I don't like the
Yeah,
icy
I think
sole
that's
on
probably
it.
the coolest part.
That's my favorite part. If it was a different color scheme and whatever, I think I'd feel better about it.
Right.
But yeah, I just don't.
Not a fan.
Not my thing. I don't like the Jordan ones either.
Yeah,
I
no.
might end up buying them, but as of right now, I don't like
The
them.
Jordan one's a straight up dumpster. Like them
Today, I
things are
don't like
ugly.
them at all. But you know,
I actually did the more. Here's my problem, right? So I first saw them and I was like, oh, these are actually the Jordan ones. Let me pull them up actually since we're talking about them. But the Jordan ones, when I first saw them, I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about these. And then I was like, okay, they're not too bad. And then I started seeing pictures like this where they were just being worn and like looking pretty good. And I was like, okay, you know what? I might actually be down with this. I know people are gonna hate on me for that,
Dumpster.
but I still think there's something about them. There's what?
Huh?
Like if I was a rescue hero, I would wear that.
Somebody said, I think it was Franchise Kicks. You know how name brand destroys sneakers? Some Franchise Kicks said name brand should buy those and put them back together.
That's my favorite comment on any podcast so far.
It's trash, man. I'm not a fan of them at all.
Yeah.
What do you think of them, Seth, though? The Air Max 90s?
The Air Max 90s, I actually, you know what? This is the first time I've seen them, and actually, you know, I kind of dig them. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to pay resale for them. If I can get them for retail, and if retail is not ridiculous, then I might grab them. You know, and I'll definitely grab them for a review. My sort of thing, and a lot of people kind of give me crap for this, but I buy a bunch of sneakers, and you know, a lot of them I end up returning or selling because I just don't have, first of all, the space, and second of all, the money to keep all of them. So you know I really like a sneaker when I actually end up keeping it, and you either see it in the back of the video or I'm wearing it or whatever. This is one of those shoes that I would get, and it would be really tough to decide because I'm like, I could probably make some money off of it if I sell it, but I think it actually looks kind of dope. And actually, apparently it's 3M too, which I didn't know until just now.
Yeah, me either, until I just saw that picture. And
Right.
But yeah, no, I think they're sick. They're definitely keepers for me.
For sure.
All right, next up is the oh gosh, the Adidas Stan Smith Prime Knit sock.
I haven't even seen that. Let's see a picture of that.
They're different. I actually kind of do, to be honest.
It's different is a word I guess we can
Oh, those
use.
are interesting. That's one of those. Same with the Ronin and the City Sock and whatever. It's a shoe that I like the look of it, but there's no way I could pull those off. Like I'd look like an idiot wearing those.
I don't like them at all. They look like homemade Chelsea boots. They look like something my grandma made me because she knows I'm into sneakers. Like, it's just nah, fam. No, they look terrible. I'm not
Terrible,
a fan.
just terrible.
Terrible, Charlie, terrible.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like it. I like the upper of them. I don't like the Stan Smith sole. I think it's like, why are you still using that sole when everyone knows Boost is better? Like, come on, get with it. I don't know. It looks weird on the Stan Smith sole, but other than that, I actually don't mind it. I think I like the black colorway better though, because the white one actually does look like a used sock, which is unfortunate.
Like, yeah, like those Alexander Ways. They just look like hospital socks. Like,
those ones. Oh, I couldn't stand
those are bad shoes.
yeah,
The basketball
terrible
ones,
looking
I don't
shoes.
mind, but those, and they cost like $300 or some crap like that too.
Tell me about it. Let me pull them up.
The
and start
B-ball,
doing it.
I like the B-balls. Those
Those are pretty cool. I didn't like those at first, but I like them now. But the stupid sock, oh my goodness!
sock-
Like, what are you
those-
doing with your life?
Straight up hospital socks. Like, what is that, man? Come on.
Exactly. I was not.
$300 for those.
They give to prison inmates because they're not allowed to have shoelaces or hard outsoles.
No, with the B-balls, I can get behind the B-balls. I don't want to
Yeah,
spend the money on them. but
those
they're
sneakers are tough. Like, I really like those. I think those are dope.
nice. Well, hey, if you guys need some B-ball sneakers, hit me up. There's still some in the Adidas store, I think.
Really? They're sitting? I thought they were all gone.
They're you know what? I saw some in Concepts, the New York store like a week ago, so they might still be there. But if
Is
either of you guys need
Concept
them,
worth going to? I've never been to Concepts in New York. I don't know why.
you know what it is? I'm pleasantly surprised every time I go there. I'm never blown away, but I'm always pleasantly surprised. There's always something that I'm like, this is nice. This is decent.
Okay.
You know?
Cool.
All right, let me get to the next one, which actually came out yesterday. The Air Jordan 1 wings. First of all, did you guys try to get them? Because I completely even forgot about the release.
I tried. I mean, I have the sneakers app. I don't think, Tom, you don't have the sneakers app, do you? Did you even have a chance to even
No.
try and copy these?
Do you know how sad I was? Like, there's zero chance for you to buy them.
Do you like them?
Oh, really? You couldn't even get them. Interesting.
Mhm.
What do you think of them, Tom?
Yeah, I had no chance. I love them. I will buy them at some point. What's the resale on them right now?
I don't know actually.
I heard it's really low. I think it's like, actually, I don't even know. I was just about to lie to y'all.
If they're like, if they're under, probably buy them in Chicago.
That makes sense.
To be honest, I think that's
there
not
you go.
terrible.
Size you says 12, 440.
Yeah.
That's better than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too shabby.
because the 12s are like
Bad
close
range.
to $1,000.
Yeah.
Are they
What?
still?
Yeah, they're a lot. My question is, do you guys know if that material rubs off like they did on the 12s? Like, do you know if that
I don't know.
Starts off black. The shoe starts off completely black and then becomes gold.
Oh, does it?
Wait,
As
the
far as I
ones do?
understand.
The ones
I
do?
believe so. That's
I
what
thought
I've been
they
told.
came bronze.
Wow, that's sick.
See, I didn't like them like that color. Like
I think so.
I think it was cool, that rustic color. I thought it was like super dope, like to look at. Like if I was to buy something like that, I would never wear them. I'd have it up for display. Like I think it's cool looking, but I just wouldn't wear them. Like I feel like,
Yeah.
I don't know, if I was to wear those, I'd paint the rest of myself and like pretend to be a statue outside downtown. But nah, I wouldn't wear them. I just hang them up somewhere or something like that. What do you think of them, Seth? You like them?
I don't mind them. I think if I could have gotten them, I would have been happy. I would have done a review. I think actually someone hit me up on Twitter that lives in New York, and they're like, hey, I actually got a pair if you want to review them. I was like, yeah, I'll definitely review them. So hopefully there'll be a review coming out sooner than later. There won't be my pair. They won't even be my size, so I can't try them on. But I don't love the gold at all. And if it was just a GR, I don't think anyone would.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I would.
You would? Well, then again, you do like your GR ones.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
I do. I gotta say though, the metallic navy ones is probably one of my favorite Air Jordan ones that's dropped. And
Oh, they're beautiful.
they're gorgeous. And no one was like, they're still on sale places. You can still find them all over the place.
Yep.
But
Like all over the place.
So just a heads up, guys, by no means is it necessary, but we're soon about to get into a Q&A with Tom. We just have one more topic to go through. But if you guys want your question asked at the top of the line, top priority, of course, donation questions will be top priority, but it's by no means necessary. Just giving everybody a heads up. But
we got one donation last time. I got pretty excited, so that's why I think we're bringing it back up.
Wow, you guys are balling out. I need to start doing that.
Extra $5 in the bank.
Buy some more Yeezys.
Yeah, so just heads up, donation questions get top priority. But the next topic, Tom.
Yep.
The Celtics.
Ooh.
Woo!
We made it.
The Celtics.
Yes. How do you feel we're gonna fare against First of all, let's talk about that Wizards game.
That was a very good game.
Seriously.
Do you know? Okay, so as a unathletic white guy living way up here in Canada, do you know how good it feels watching Kelly Olynyk do that? He gives hope for all the unathletic white Canadian dudes.
Is he
It's
Canadian?
like, wow. Yeah, he's from Kamloops, British Columbia.
Oh, I had no idea.
That's awesome.
Do you think we can get at least one game out of the
Sir Edwin's question.
Edwin, what do you well, y'all be coming to Sneaker Calm Dallas. When is
Are you going to? I mean, Tom, you go to every SneakerCon, right? You're at
Yeah.
every
I'll be at SneakerCon Dallas. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Tom goes to a lot of the bigger YouTubers go to every SneakerCon. So if you guys want to meet any of them, definitely go out. Tom is going to be, I believe, are you going to Australia or no?
I'm not sure about that one yet. That's a long flight, man.
That is a very long But I mean, you'll be in London next week, right?
Yeah, but that's only 10 and a half hours travel time, which is very
wow.
comparable to New York if you get a bad layover. So
That's true. Yeah, no, it's yeah, if you guys ever want to meet YouTubers, SneakerCon's the best place, and you'll meet all the big ones if you go. So definitely check it out for sure.
Yep. Edwin, the son of some man 23 asks, why do they call me Persian Silk? Let me tell you guys. They call me Persian Silk. Well, first off, not everyone calls me Persian Silk. The ladies call me Persian Silk because that's how soft my touch is.
Okay. Young Romeo with the words, though.
Also, shout out to the son of Subman 23. Tom and I did a couple of vlogs with him. We got to go chill at his place. He's the man. You guys should definitely subscribe to him. I have a video of his sneaker collection on my channel too, which is like an insane Air Jordan collection in general. He doesn't rock Adidas, so if you guys,
But I don't know, man. He said the Celtics stand no chance, and I think they're gonna get a game. That's how I feel.
That's still no chance.
Yeah,
Losing 4-1 is exactly competitive.
Yeah, do you guys think they have? And do you think they can win even one game? Like, do you think the Cavs are gonna give?
Oh, I
them
think
one
they're
game?
extremely.
I think they're gonna squeeze out one game, just one. Catch LeBron.
In terms of
slipping one
overall
day.
play, they won yesterday. Like in terms of how they played, they won yesterday.
Wait, you think what? We do What do you mean?
And shots didn't go in. Like they had way more open shots. They had way more fast break chances. They just didn't go in. Like they were missing wide open 3-pointers all night. And if 5 of those shots go in, all of a sudden it's a 2-point game instead of, or they win by 2 instead of losing by 13.
Right.
I think maybe they were nervous.
Probably. I mean, like if I was playing against LeBron, I'd be tiny little bit nervous too.
Oh, for sure. He's a
Yo,
giant.
They've completely overachieved this year, though.
Why was Isaiah on him? There's so many pictures of LeBron slamming on Isaiah. I'm just like, what's with that matchup? Nobody else was trying to stop him from going to the rack. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand why it's embarrassing to get posterized. Like you were there trying to stop him.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing to do the James Harden and step out of the way. That's what's embarrassing.
That's true. Very true. Someone in the comments said something about the Crocs X Supreme collab, and I'm pretty sure it's not real, but I just wanted to double check.
That would be hilarious.
That matter. Speaking of you.
They released a pair of Crocs, and you guys remember those little like ornaments or whatever you could stick in the holes?
Yeah.
Like you get like dragons or soccer balls or whatever, and you could like put them in the holes.
Yep.
They do like things of those, and they release a pair of Supreme Crocs. It's red and has a Supreme logo across the strap. I guarantee you they're $500, and the accessories are like $20 a piece.
And then honestly, that might even boom up Crocs sales, you know, because people still wear them low key. Like you know, there's half the people who friggin' watch sneaker videos have a pair in their closet and they just rock around.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never tried on a pair.
Yo, shout out to Elijah who donated just to say LeBron is the GOAT. I have so many love and hate feelings about that. Nah, he is
you want to talk
though.
about that?
Let's talk about it. Let's do it. I personally, I
All
think.
right.
We'll talk and take questions at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Fair enough.
All right.
Start us off, Tom.
Go ahead, Tom. I was waiting for you.
I'm too young to have watched all of Jordan's games, but I've watched every single playoff game he's ever played on NBA Archives or YouTube or wherever I could find it. So for you guys are going to say, oh, you've never seen Jordan play. And I've seen LeBron play. I've seen all of LeBron's meaningful playoff runs. And like he's been in the league for 14 years. I'm 20 years old. So I've seen his entire career basically. What I don't understand in the argument of who's better is people go to career accolades. What does that have to do with anything? Why do you care how many rings someone has? Why do you care how many seasons they played? Why do you care if they made this many all-star games or if they had this many career points? Like, it doesn't matter. You walk into a gym, whether it's at college level or high school level, if you're an NBA scout, you don't give a crap how many games that team won or if they're the champions or not. You're watching a game. You're looking at who can shoot better, who can dribble better, who can play defense better. That's the criteria of who's the best player of all time, not how many rings you had. So you look at it. LeBron is taller. LeBron's more physical. LeBron can rebound better, pass better. He has a better three-point percentage significantly, a better field goal percentage significantly. The only two things he's lacking on is free throw percentage on Jordan and then debatably defense, although he's a really good defender as well. So like LeBron, he can do way more than Jordan.
Yeah.
But he has less rings. So he's not as good, which I think is a very stupid argument.
I'd agree with that. Yo, actually, you know what? If you guys think that LeBron is the best NBA player, give the video a thumbs up. Don't give it a thumbs down if you don't. Just give it a thumbs up if you think he's the best NBA player. My personal Elijah just said again $2. Yo, thank you, Elijah. You're the man.
Thanks, Elijah. You the man, for real. That's
someone else who should
Tarek
be the
has
MVP
a
this year, and I think it should be Elijah Vaz. I think that's who should be the MVP.
Tarek has a good question.
Elijah, the real MVP.
You guys feel we are all collectively playing ourselves by alienating shoes from their relations of production?
What do you mean by that?
Do you? I think he means just to be sure, Tarek. Do you mean like? Do you think we're playing ourselves because we're not buying shoes just about because they're whether they're GRs or super limited? That's what I think he means, right?
Okay. How do you feel about
Alienating,
that, Tom?
alienating their shoes from their relations of production.
Look at my collection. I really don't give a crap how many pairs are produced. Like I have Yeezys, I have relatively sought after yet still mass produced Jordan 1s, and then I have pairs of shoes that go on clearance, and I like them all the same. So
Yeah.
about how many pairs of shoes they were made.
I think the people that buy shoes only based on the hype, those are the ones that playing. It's not even playing yourself. They're just honestly, you don't really care about sneakers too much. You just care about looking cool for your friends or something. But you don't really care about sneakers if you care about the production, like how many were produced of the sneaker. You know what I mean?
Well, I would disagree a little bit with that. I think first of all, like the appeal for a lot of people, and I think even for us, like I would say that I mean both of you guys in particular, you guys don't base your collections on what's hyped. I would say that for a lot of people, you wear sneakers because you think they look good and because you like them, but it's also because it's something that not everybody has or not everybody knows about. Whether that's because I mean GRs, not everybody has. There's a majority of the world knows nothing about sneakers. And
Yeah.
I also feel like when I buy a sneaker, there's a lot of things that I consider. I consider, first of all, how it looks, because if I'm not going to wear the shoe, then why do I even buy it? And then second of all, especially for me as a sneaker YouTuber who almost buys and sells sneakers as part of my job, I have to look at whether the shoe has a value moving forward. So say I buy a GR, I need to at least know that at some point, if I do end up not wanting it, I can still, like, someone will still want it if I want to get rid of it or whatever. Or if I'm buying like a more expensive sneaker that that I know I'm only buying for a review, I would buy it because I would, first of all, want to get the review, but second of all, I know that there'd be a way that I could, not have to keep it in my collection. And I know that a lot of people aren't going to like that, but that's just the nature of
that's like the newer kind of age of sneaker collecting, because
it's like the Netflix of sneaker collecting.
Yeah, it's that's what it's kind of transformed into. Like, oh, I'll buy these now and I can make a profit off them later, or I can make my money back later. I only lose like $5 or $10 later. But I feel like back when I was doing it, was just like, yo, these sneakers are dope. Like there's actually a pair of Vans that took me, dude, 2 years to find it. They were just regular GRs. Huh?
Checkerboards?
They're actually I'll try and find them. They're actually I don't know how to screen share, but they're a pair of they're cream checkerboard, off-white checkerboard with camo. Took me 2 years to find them, pair of GRs, but I was freaking pumped when I finally found them, and it was like $40. You know what I mean? And I got hyped off of that as if I just got my first pair of Yeezys. You know what I mean? So like, I genuinely care about like the sneakers that I buy. Like that's just how I feel. I don't care about how many were produced or anything like that.
There was an interesting question from Zilly Zach that says, what will you guys do if YouTube ever folds? Do you guys have any ideas of, say it folded tomorrow, what would be your next steps?
I was actually telling Seth this earlier. I have a bunch of other different ventures that I want to get into. It's all in folders on my computer. I have ideas for clothing brand. I have ideas for video games. I'm actually working on a card game right now, and I have 3 comic books in the works as well. So I do that, if and also just to stay in front of the camera entertaining people, because I have 900 subscribers, but still I love making videos and entertaining people. So I just go to Twitch. I do Twitch, which is kind of becoming the new way for a lot of people anyway. So yeah, that's what I do.
How about you, Tom? I know that you've talked about you not having like a second plan or a plan B. But say, I mean, worst case scenario, say it ended, what would be your next thought?
Wow, so my internet's terrible. Sorry, I missed all that.
That's all good. Oh no, basically the question was, if YouTube folded tomorrow, what would you do? And I know that you had spoken in previous videos about YouTube. I mean, is your job, it's your main plan. You don't have a plan B. You didn't go to college. So say, for example, say if it folded tomorrow, what would be like what would be your first thing that you would do?
All right, so just before I get to that, I think people automatically, like people that are trying to help me, which always pisses me off, they're like, dude, you need to get a real job. I'm trying to help you. YouTube's going to die one day. People are going to stop watching your videos and whatever. I think of all of a sudden 0 people watch my videos, but hypothetically, people stop watching my videos, which will happen one day. Like, duh, it happens to everyone. That's why TV shows get canceled, and there's not a seventh sequel to Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, there almost is, but
There's a new
tired of
Pirates
watching
coming
the
out.
same thing. I feel completely confident in myself that I could find something else to do. Like, I'm not a stupid guy. I could figure out another hustle, if you will, or another job or another career, whether it's a creative one, like on a different platform, whether I start streaming on Twitch or whatever, like as an example, or whether I do something behind the scenes in sneakers or something that has nothing to do with sneakers. Like, I feel very confident that I could find something else that I'd equally enjoy.
Right.
I don't know what it would be, but I'd be able to find something. I can tell you that.
Totally. And I think in just the age of live streaming, you know, transitioning from vlogging to live streaming wouldn't be that bad of a transition. You know, I think, I mean, honestly, like we're doing it right now. We all do it on Instagram. You know, it's already like happening. I think eventually there is going to be a space for like pre-produced stuff always. But I think a majority of what, you know, the younger people are doing is transitioning to live streaming. So I think that might be. I mean,
people want it now. Like,
exactly.
Vlogging is the live streaming of post-production.
Yeah.
Because it's day by day by day by day by day.
Yep.
That's my biggest piece of advice I have to people that are starting to vlog, or maybe people that are even still vlogging.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is no one wants to see a vlog of something you did 3 months ago. Like, if you can't get that video up within 2 days of it happening, just delete it. Like, no one wants to see it.
I've done that a couple of times, actually.
Because it's not as relevant, you know. Like, it's relevant in whether it's sneakers releasing or just life, you know. It's not. It's all. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, we got any other good questions?
Oh, actually,
I saw a good one.
Oh yeah.
All right, what's up?
I forget I think it was like James 4 or someone that asked it, but he said, "Do you guys honestly say that you like every pair of shoes you buy just to get clicks?"
Oh, I saw that one. Let me see if I can find it.
I can tell you right now, for me, I don't like every pair of shoes that I've bought, and I don't like every pair of shoes in my collection. That's the honest.
In your collection right now, currently?
Yeah. Yes.
Holy hell.
I mean, it's a very small, it's like 2 shoes, but they're shoes that I'm like, why the fuck did I buy them?
So for me, I do genuinely consider I can like every sneaker I've bought, except for my most recent, one of my most recent pickups, the Yeezys. I found out that I just don't like Yeezys. I don't like the way they look. They look weird to me, which is unfortunate. But yeah, no, I don't buy sneakers just for clicks. I buy them because I genuinely like them. Or there's a lot of like hype going on around them. As far as like when I first bought my first pair of Boost, it was Bobby Machiavelli, shout out to him, that was like, yo, you got to buy these Boosts, try Ultra Boost, try them. So I finally bought a pair, and just to see what they were like, to see how comfortable they were, and I ended up falling in love with them. But then I ended up selling them because they squeak, like they sound like Airbuds True Toys. Like those things squeak so loud. I was like, yo, I can't walk around like fucking squeaking every step, you know what I mean? So I just got rid of them. But Ultra Boost 3.0 is a fire. But yeah, I can say that I genuinely like every pair of sneakers that I own, which I do sell them though, because after a while, you know, I stopped wearing them. I haven't worn them. I come to find out that, yo, I haven't worn these since last year, the 4th of July or something like that. So I ended up selling them. But typically I like every sneaker I buy.
Yeah, I have a very simple answer to how can I react positively to every single pair of sneakers I buy. I spent my money on them. Why the heck am I buying them if I don't like them, guys?
Good point.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yo, those are sick. I could feel like I could spend my money on those.
Yeah,
I buy them.
And then also, what I don't understand is people get angry at you for always giving positive reviews. But I've been seated shoes where I've given a negative review, and they're like, dude, you're so disrespectful. If you have nothing nice to say, don't even put up a video. But it's like, no, I want to tell you my opinions on the shoe, and that's what I do every video. Just most of the time, my opinions are positive, because I wouldn't buy a pair of shoes that I had negative opinions about.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that. I think, I mean, some of the shoes that I have, I you know, didn't put out great reviews on it. It's not because I don't like them. It's just there's something about them that I think could have been done better. But I mean, for me, like, I have some pairs of Asics that I don't love. I have some pairs of I have a pair of like Nike KD7 Lifestyles, which look like crap. And those are shoes I don't like. But it was at that point in my life or whatever it was, I got them because I did like them. And I think the only reason now that if I were to buy a sneaker that I didn't absolutely love, it would be because I'm trying to review it, you know? But
Let's see, we got here. Any more
podcast
questions?
is dumb lit. Oh no, actually, someone Julia asked.
Podcast is dumb lit. Let's go.
What's up, Ed?
Podcast is dumb.
People,
lit.
some people think I say that without trying to be satirical. No, I'm completely joking when I say dumb lit.
Oh, hold up. Tariq Haydar, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, says, I don't know if you guys have seen these, but what do you guys think about the Vans and Peanut collab? It's a Vans Vault and Peanut collab.
Oh yeah, I saw those.
I think
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a play on the Vans Bones, which is sick. So with the little Snoopy on them, I think those are sick. I'm a huge fan of those. I didn't cop them. I should cop them. I think I might cop them actually. They're dope. They're super dope.
Do it.
They even got the zipper in the back. Look at Ray trying to. You're terrible.
Spend your money on shoes. Who cares about that car payment?
Yeah, no, I think those are super sick, and those are on the list to cop for sure. Have you guys seen them?
I haven't seen them.
You guys,
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah,
it's literally a black and white pair of Vans Bones, but Snoopy is chilling on like he is on his house. I think they're sick, man.
Let me pull up a picture. If you guys want to answer another question, I'll just pull it up and screen share it.
Well, Julia wants to know: do you guys think you're dumb lit?
Oh,
Out of all the questions
so
Julia
dumb.
asked, that's the one that you think.
I was so dumb.
I look over at the thing and it just popped up.
There was one that she asked earlier that I really wanted to know the answer to from Tom, and it was
Tom, what is your grail? Yeah, I've been meaning to ask that for so long.
That's the one I was gonna ask.
Like, this has to be something that I don't own.
I
can't own it.
How about something that you do own, that maybe the favorite sneaker in your collection that you do own, and then maybe the sneaker that you most want to get.
Okay. Favorite sneaker that I do own that's Jordans would have to be the Bread ones.
Nice.
The ones would be very close second.
Right.
And then favorite Jordan that I don't own would have to be the Ray Allen 13s.
Those are fire. Those are great.
Yep.
I love those. How about just sneakers in general? Do you have any in particular that you really like or that you're looking to get?
We want a pair of 750s.
Nice.
I just think that's a cool looking shoe. They're stupidly expensive though, so
No, it's not. It's the Vans Vault Bones Snoopy.
Yeah, no, you were trying to grab a pair of those in New York. I remember that. Were you ever able to? I don't know if I'm going to ruin a video or not by asking this, but
no, nothing in my size. Yeah, he was able to find a whole bunch of stuff that just wasn't my size, which is unfortunate because I need like an 11.5 or 12 in them. So,
right. Is this them?
Yep, that's them. Put the Snoopy on them.
They're not bad. I don't love them. I don't hate them.
Those fire, fam. Hot
Oh,
flames,
it's
look.
Snoopy. I thought that.
Yeah, dude.
I still don't love them or hate them.
those are super hot
Fire.
fire.
Yeah, super hot fire.
Hot
But
fire.
he's not a rapper.
Dylan.
But I'm not a rapper.
Should do we have time to take another question?
Yeah, we can take one more question. I ask a hot question. Who got the dopest question out here?
Yeah, dopest question in the next 30 seconds. Tom, is there anything you'd like to plug or anything you got going on in the future?
I'm selling merch right now, available for 48 hours only. So there's a link in my Instagram bio.
Check it out. There's a link to his Instagram and all his social.
Selling out quickly. Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
So yeah, if you guys watch that within the next 2 days, or if you're watching live right now, you can go check that out. Yeah, I'm going to London on Tuesday. I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
I'll see you there.
I sure also be there. And Chicago. You'll be in Chicago too. I'll also be in Chicago. That'll be good.
All right, here we go. This is the best question I found since that happening. Oh, mad questions came in. All right. Which company would you design a shoe for if you had the opportunity?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'll go with you, Ray.
See, I don't think it matters because I'm designing the shoe. So why does it matter what brand it's for?
I like that.
Like if I had to choose a brand to collaborate with, then it matters because I have to choose an existing model. But if I'm designing a shoe, why does it matter what brand?
I think that's what he means. I think that's what he means. Because
collaborate with.
Yeah, who would you collaborate with?
Then I do Jordan and do a Jordan 1.
Nice.
Jordan 1. Ooh, okay, classic.
How about you?
Me?
W.
Wait, no, we're gonna go to you because I definitely just forgot the name of the model. So we're gonna go to you while I look it up.
It's some weird Vans model, isn't it?
Right?
No, come on, what? No.
For me, honestly, it'd probably be if it had to be an Air Jordan. As much as I love ones, there's something about the 3 that I really like. So it'd probably be an Air Jordan 3. And then if it had to be an Adidas, I mean, it would be some sort of. It'd probably. I like the Ultra Boost a lot as a shoe, but I think the NMDs have more interesting collaborations because there's just more to work with. Like you've got more design elements. So I'd probably go with an NMD if it was Adidas, and then an Air Jordan 3 if it was a Jordan.
Not bad. All right, I found it. If I was to collab, of course it'd be with Vans. You guys know, it'd be the Vans Tenet because that is one of my favorite Vans models that they actually discontinued. And it
What? Say
breaks
so.
my soul. Yeah, dude. There's a couple. If anybody wears a size 9 and a 9.5, I think there's a couple of sample pairs on eBay for dumb cheap. I'm talking like 50, 60.
Is it dumb lit though?
It's dumb lit, dumb cheap, not a game. Basic baller brand, not big baller. We basic baller with the like $50 samples on eBay. Like
I'd go basic baller before I go big baller any day of the week.
Seriously, basic baller all day. Hella basic. But yeah, dude, the Vans Tenet for sure.
Nice.
But
Nice.
all right, guys, I think that's gonna call it for today's episode.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody here for showing up. I want to thank our special guest, the real Ray Ray, for popping it up and talking kicks with us.
No problem at all, guys. Anytime.
Thank you for traveling all the way from Canada. I know it was a long trip. Appreciate it.
It was a long trip.
What time is it
Oh,
right
we
now?
should tell them why there was no podcast yesterday because I'm not telling it on my vlog, so they could get a little exclusive.
Right. On your vlog?
Let's take a little
Why didn't we
extended.
talk about this
It's not in my
first?
vlog.
Right, I forgot, man. An extended outro, real quick. Ray, the vlog, the episode was intended for yesterday, but last minute, Ray had. Just explain what happened.
Yeah,
Tell us.
let it. We don't even know what
It
happened.
was really gross. Okay. So I was playing basketball, as I do often, and I was jumping up for a rebound, and this other guy, I guess, tripped or fell over. I don't know what the deal was, except his shoulder clipped my knee, except it barely hit my knee. So the only thing it hit was my kneecap,
Ooh.
and it pushed my kneecap completely off of where it's supposed to be, like onto the side of my leg. It was terrifying. I almost threw up. Like it was terrifying.
I didn't need to know that detail.
It was,
Disgusting.
But you're doing
it's
better.
like one of the
though, right?
grossest things ever. Oh yeah, it hurts, but like,
you
no, it
walk?
was like when it happened.
Right.
Yeah. When
Yo,
it
that's
happened,
nasty.
it didn't hurt at all when it happened,
Right.
and then I looked at it, and it's like as soon as my brain triggered that this is messed up, then it was disgusting. I'm surprised I didn't throw up. So yeah, that was that's why there was no podcast yesterday.
I would have just put some.
But I didn't
duct tape
tear
on it,
anything or
got up,
anything,
kept
so
playing.
that's good.
Yeah, as long as you didn't like permanently injure yourself.
I'm not gonna keep playing in Division 4 men's league for a popped up kneecap.
That's right, Tarek. You just rub some dirt on it, drink some milk, put some duct tape. You good to go. Get back in the game. But all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode, and we'll see you guys Sunday.
Well, so you know what? I'll announce it now. But first of all, seriously, thank you so much, Tom, for coming on. We really appreciate it. If you guys want to check out Tom's channel, I would be surprised if you're not already subscribed to him. But if you aren't, the links to all his social media will be in the description. Same thing for OT Dub. He's a great co-host. His channel got busted a couple years ago, and so he's still trying to gain up that following. But I know you guys love OT Dub, so make sure to follow him too. Both of their links are in the description. But big news, we're doing a different podcast on Sunday. It's going to be very special. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure
With a
check it
giant famous guest.
with, get this, Phase Sensor. So if you guys
Phase
want to
Sensor
Oh
is
my
coming to
gosh,
the
I
show.
know him.
He's coming to
I
the
know
show.
him. Ah!
You guys will be here Sunday,
excited.
7 p.m. EST. Come and kick it with us live. You get to talk with us and FaZe live on Sunday.
Have my
Sensor
baby's
Martin.
face sensor.
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna be watching that one.
Hell yeah, dude. It'll be a good time. But seriously, thanks again, Tom. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Sunday, 7 p.m.
Peace.
Peace.